Hi everybody, welcome to Retro Gamer Ranting. This is your host, Twitch, and welcome to the new format of Retro Gamer Ranting. No more talking head, no more having to look at my ugly mug. Now you get to watch an awesome video game footage while I talk and ramble of me playing a game and doing poorly at it. I don't know what I'm going to have up there. It might be Just Cause 2, it might be Darksiders. I don't know right now. But there's going to be something back there. It's kind of an old format if I think about it, because I actually did that once before where I was just doing the audio vlogs as I called it, which was horrible. Everyone thought it was stupid, but I think it's really cool. I just got sick of the whole talking head thing. And I don't know, this is easier for me, I guess, editing wise or whatever. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, have my topic of discussion, go off on a rant, which is part of the title. And, you guys can watch, if you get bored with me talking, you can just watch some footage of a really cool game. Who knows? Maybe I'll make it a trend and just do the same game, maybe. Because I play a lot of Just Cause 2, just messing around. I could just record that and put it up there. Yes, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Twitch, isn't that just a podcast you're doing? Just, just talking and having random stuff in the background. Why don't you just make a podcast? Because you can't put podcasts on YouTube. You have to make something interesting in the background. Most people do that anyway. Most of the time people are doing these, doing their little Let's Plays, and they're not even talking about the game. They're just like, so this is what happened to me today. I went to the park and there were some twins and they're like, how you doing? And I'm like, how you doing? And they just kept going on and on and on. That's what people do. So, you know what? Let's just drop the subject. You can tell me if you enjoy it. That's fine. If you enjoy it, leave a comment down below. If you like the new format. If you don't like the new format, then don't say a damn thing. I don't care. Tootsie Fruitsy. Alright, so moving on. Nintendo. Oh my god, Nintendo. Wow. I hope you were able to become an ambassador if you already had a 3DS. The price went down on the 3DS. Sales in Japan skyrocketed, just woo, all over the place. I didn't look this up beforehand because research, right? Why? Why do I need to research? But I'd like to see what the sales were for in America and the States. Apparently in Japan they really enjoy the 3DS price markdown. So I'm curious to see how it's doing here in the States. Nintendo has been doing a lot of damage control lately. Reggie Fils-Aimé has been all over the frickin' place. He's been, oh my god, like on some MTV, on on IGN, on every website and game show thing ever. They're just damage controlling the crap out of this. According to him, according to Mr. Reggie Weird last name, he basically said, oh, he goes, we were going to make it, the $160 initially, but we got greedy. There was all these pre-sales, and we were getting so excited, and basically Nintendo thought they were invincible, and they could pretty much put a price tag on a pile of crap, and they could sell it. That's what they were thinking in their head. Hey, and I'm a Nintendo fan here, so just keep listening before you start yelling at me for making fun of this. But it basically said, they got greedy, they got cocky, and that's why they decided to go with the $250 price tag. And then they got a slap on the hand, Because, let's just say this, Nintendo, I have to give them a lot of credit. They bit the hand that was feeding. They were doing it for quite a long time, actually, but finally, I think they're starting to get it through their head. But they're pissing off some fans, and the fans were having enough of it, because, honestly, it's hard to be a Nintendo fan sometimes, especially if you're a poor Nintendo fan. I got lucky. I got a 3DS for Father's Day, okay? I wasn't expecting it. I probably would have waited until this price dropped. I just had an awesome wife who got it for me for Father's Day. Otherwise, I probably would have waited too, because that was too much for me to bite off. And Nintendo says, hey, we've learned our lesson. We're going to apply these lessons to the Wii U, which basically means, the price tag for the Wii U is probably going to be manageable, hopefully. Not that, there's a lot of rumors that it's going to be kind of in between sawing your leg off and selling your firstborn child kind of price tag. That's what a lot of people were, worrying about. So hopefully they realize that. And here's the thing, and I'm giving Nintendo credit for this, because a lot of people can see that comment and say they're blowing smoke up our sphincters here. That's bullcrap. They're just saying that now. honestly, I think it's pretty bold of them to actually say it, because that means they're admitting they made a mistake. They're admitting they were being cocky. They were admitting they were taking advantage of the fact that, you know, the Wii and the DS basically printed money for them for all those many years, and they took advantage of that. They got cocky. They're just like, oh, we can do whatever we want. And I think that statement alone is basically saying we realize it. And that, coupled with the fact that, you know, the people who did buy the 3DS during the high price time, you know, they're going to get a bunch of free games. Even some who managed to take advantage of that Walmart Target thing where a week before it was supposed to go down to $160, $160, you know, and the fact that they're trying their best to, you know, get back to the fans. And, you know, they're saying we have faith in the system. And it is. It's a wonderful system. I love the crap out of my 3DS. I just wish there was more I could do with it game-wise. They made a mistake. They had bad launch titles. You know, they thought the third-party titles were going to be there for them. Which, honestly, I think it's wonderful Nintendo is trying to get third-party titles on board, but they have to realize the first-party titles is what sells their systems at launch. And they didn't have anything ready. If they would have had maybe Zelda ready, if they would have had Star Fox ready, I would have even been happy if they would have waited a few months more, if they would have pushed the 3DS launch back further so one of these titles would have been ready, just one of them. I think it would have had a slightly better launch. But I'm only saying slightly because you come back to that price tag. And again, like I said before, and here's the thing, and this is why I believe they're being honest with this, is because Nintendo could afford to have a $160 price tag. They really could afford it. They just didn't, because they thought they could get away with it. They didn't take into account that we have like a worldwide recession going on right now, if I could say the word properly, for the most part, and that people just can't afford a $250 price tag plus the $30, $40 for a new game and everything else. It's just not possible anymore. And they didn't really take that. They just thought they were invincible. All of a sudden, the sales are slumping. All of a sudden, they completely forgot about the Wii. Heavens forbid us Wii owners get a bone thrown here. I mean, 2010 was basically the last good year for the Wii. They just thought, you know, everyone waiting for Skyward Sword would be enough. Seriously, yeah, you guys are supposed to be playing your 3DS and waiting for Wii U, which doesn't come up for a freaking year. I mean, we're supposed to be getting excited about the Wii U, something you barely give us any information on in the first place. Hardly anyone owns a 3DS, and so now they're trying to pump that back up again. It's like, what? But again, that's just my anger over what they did to the poor Wii. I mean, the Wii was their best-selling unit in a long time, since the Super Nintendo, I would have to say. And they abandoned that as well. Another mistake. Will they rectify it? Well, they can rectify it by bringing in a bunch of the foreign titles, like a Xenoblade, The Last Story, the ones that everyone wants, that Europe seems to be getting, but for some odd reason America can't get. I don't understand that. But they can help patch things up that way. But, you know, they're watching Europe right now to see how those things sell there. So we'll see. I'm still hoping they'll do that, you know. But they're trying to patch up relations. They've stopped talking about the Wii U, which ain't necessarily a good thing, I don't think. But they're focusing mostly on the 3DS. They have some great titles coming out. They're profusely apologizing, taking pay cuts and all that other stuff. But again, I honestly do believe Nintendo is sincere. And I think they're on the road to recovery. You know, this ain't like a Virtual Boy mistake. The Virtual Boy was a toy. This is a real thing. This is a system that could do a lot of things. And there's a lot of titles that are going to prove it. And I think knocking down the price to 160 was a good start. I don't know. Like I said, if anyone knows what the American sales were after the price drop, I'd like to know. You know, leave me a link or something. That'd be great, because again, research, right? It's just been a busy week for me. There's family's been up, and there's been fair and everything else, and so I haven't had time to look at any of the new information on what happened after the price drop of the 3DS. So this is just me making excuses for me being lazy. So anyway, but I do believe Nintendo is on the long road to recovery, and all they have to do is remember to listen to us now, Nintendo. I mean, you know what it's like now when you don't have us behind you. Finally realize, bite the hand that feeds you. We were feeding them, and we kept getting bit, and we kept putting up with it. We're just like, okay, well, fine, whatever, you're still awesome. And then 3DS came out, no Wii titles, Wii U is confusing, we're just like, screw it, all right? If you're not even going to play serious with us anymore, we're not going to eat. But then they're like, hey, our bad. We get it. We're sorry. We screwed up. Here, why don't we try making things better? And you know what? I have respect for a company that can admit when they're wrong and they made a mistake. So I'm giving them a mulligan on this one. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. And come on, Nintendo, prove to us you love your fans again. And so, hey, I also, as always, I want to hear what you guys want to say. I want to hear what you think about the whole 3DS. Did the price drop get you to buy a 3DS? Do you think Nintendo's handling this situation all right? Are they, are they being too desperate? Are they not desperate enough? Or you think, hey, this is it. This is back to the golden age. This is back to the Super Nintendo N64 era where, they tried to do everything they could to get the fans what they wanted. Were they being greedy? Were they full of crap? Who knows? That's what the comment section is down below. So I really appreciate. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. And if you enjoy this, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. I'll make more. You'll hear more. It'll be great. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to rate as well. Until next time, game fans. This is Twitch. Keep playing.